I just got back from our grocery shop for the week. I spent about $120 in total, and we're gonna go over what it is that I got. All right, so we'll start with produce. So I got some kale. We got bananas, mandarin oranges, little clementines. I got some asparagus, and then this was my splurge for the week. We got some organic strawberries. These were $6.99, but they look so good. They're nice and red. All right, and then I also got in here some spinach, some baby spinach. All right, so one thing that I've been trying to do to save money is buying my seltzers in like the actual plastic bottles rather than in the cans. They are more than double the price when you buy them in the can. So 4 of these has been doing me pretty good throughout the week. So I got black cherry and orange mango this time. So those are the seltzers that I got for myself for the week. And then I'm just gonna move these back here. There we go. All right, and then we got some eggs again. These were, again, so the same prices. These were $3.99 per dozen. Last week they had a better deal. They had pasture-raised ones for $2.99. I only was able to get one of those last week because they were all out. But these were a little bit more. They were $1 more, but they're still organic. They don't have any GMO in the chicken feed. I got some gluten-free pastas here. Got a couple of them for the penne, and then I also got some spaghetti that's around here somewhere. Where's the spaghetti one? We'll find it. We'll get there. Then I also got some veggie stock, organic vegetable stock, and I got some maple breakfast sausage. These were on sale at Market Basket this week. I got some cherries, which the kids love these for chocolate cherry smoothies, which are pretty yummy. So I'll save those for after. I got 2 things of almond milk. And let's see, we got some of my Carb Smart bread. This is $3.99 at Market Basket, and it's also gluten-free, so that's helpful. Bring this guy over here. Oh. All right, they really filled these bags up. All right, and then I also got some cream, light cream. I also got some heavy cream here. Here's my 2 things of spaghetti. These are organic, and they were brought in from Italy, so they're product of Italy. 2 things of butter, because this butter was only $2.99 this week, so I went with that. I don't know that it's grass-fed, but the Kerrygold is still almost $5 for the same size. This one is, let's see, European style butter, slow churned, 82% butter fat. Yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily grass fed, but I'll look it up. Look into it. I did get some Kerrygold cheddar cheese, and then this was on sale for $2.99. We got some Parmesan last week. I bought it already shredded up, but this week it was only $2.99 for a block, and then I needed some cocoa powder, so I got some cocoa. Where am I putting you? There we go. All right. And then these seltzer waters that are in cans back here, those are for work, so I bring these to work with me. This will last me, 12 cans will last me about 2 weeks at school. Whereas when I buy these and I bring them home, they will last us like 2 or 3 days with all of us drinking them. All right, and then for Russ for work, because so he does corrections, and sometimes he gets ordered in for like a 16-hour shift. And so sometimes it's just easier for him to bring vegan, like frozen food with him for when he has to do a 16. So if he does a 16-hour shift followed by a 12-hour shift, they will put him up in a hotel. And so it's easier just for him to have these for him to eat when he gets out of work. So I got him some Thai red curry ones this week, as well as Chinese noodles and veggies to bring in the car with him when he goes to work. We have been getting him some Impossible meats. All right, and so this is what we got this week for our grocery shop. But I'm gonna get all this put away, and then I'll come back with the breakdown for what we're doing for actual meals. All right, I have set up all of my little containers here for how I'll store them in the fridge for meal prep throughout the week. This is the first meal, second meal, third meal, fourth meal. And then down here I have some leftovers that I had from last week as well that we still have to eat up. So the first one that I have is going to be an Italian style soup. That uses the bolognese sauce that I made last week that I froze. You'll add some stock to that, vegetable stock that I have there, a can of black beans and some kale. And then for the kids or myself, if we wanted to, we could add some chicken to it, something of that sort. I am gonna add the Impossible sausage links to it for Russ, so Russ will have some of the sausage links in his. The next one here is a potato bake. I have potatoes, spinach, and asparagus, some garlic and onions, and then cream. So you're gonna slice the potatoes super thin, like you're making like a potato gratin type of a thing. So slice them up really, really thin. Heat up some cream with the garlic in it already, and then you also slice the onion very, very thin as well. Layer those onions and potatoes in. After the cream and the garlic is all done simmering, you pour that over the potatoes. You can add in the spinach and the asparagus, and then you bake it. And it looked delicious when I looked up the recipe, so I'm hoping that it's as good as it looked. And then I have some more of the frozen bolognese sauce and spaghetti squash. For the kids, I will do regular pasta. And then I have some of the leftover pesto from last week that I froze because I made a big batch of it. I'm actually going to add the leftover spinach that I have here to this pesto, and then we can serve that over pasta or over the spaghetti squash that will still definitely be left over. We'll have a lot left over for that. You could also serve it over chicken, right? Whatever you want to do. And then left over, I have these. We celebrated Lunar New Year with some dumplings, and we had some actually dumplings left over. These are plant-based dumplings, so Russ will probably eat these as well. And then I have a lasagna roll-up that I actually made. I made that over the summer, and I froze it down in my the deep freezer downstairs. So we brought that up, and we ate that throughout the week as well this past week. So those are all the dinners that we will have throughout the week that will kind of mix and match too. All right, and then, so those are the dinners. For lunches, we're gonna do hard-boiled eggs with fruit. That'll mostly be for me. The kids will probably have eggs, toast, and sausage for lunch. They'll also have the leftovers, dumplings, lasagna roll-ups. And then for breakfast, we have eggs and toast and oatmeal. And then sometimes they really just want toast too. They don't necessarily always have kind of a big breakfast. They might have toast and fruit, something like that. And then snacks, I'm gonna make banana bread because I had 2 bananas left over that are quite ripe. So we're gonna make banana bread with those, and then they have oranges, apples, strawberries, and then we have still a whole container of yogurt left over from last week as well. So we will do those as well. I might make some granola bars this week. Probably do, I have pumpkin in the pantry, so I might make some pumpkin brownies. So yeah, and this is all because I shopped my pantry and my freezer and my fridge first before going to the grocery store. So that's like my key to being able to still buy organic food, right? So I can still buy organic because I'm not buying a full house worth of food every single week. I'm going through my pantry, I'm going through my fridge, I'm going through my freezer, seeing what I haven't used, what I have used, how I can turn something that was cooked last week into something new, or something that was in the freezer, right? Like the bolognese. Like, okay, like maybe we don't want to have it as a bolognese this week. What can I do with it? Well, I can turn it into a soup instead. And then that leaves me a little bit of leeway, right? I don't buy everything organic, but it leaves me a little bit of leeway to still buy some things organic. Like those strawberries that I bought were organic. I have organic vegetable broth. I went with organic spinach this week. A lot of the time I'll go with the organic heavy cream, but where I needed both light cream and heavy cream this week, I skipped on the organic heavy cream and just went with regular for both of those things. Also, I did find out that I looked it up, the butter that I bought, which was, hold on, let me see, what was the name of it? It was this one, Bluegrass, I think that's what it's called. It is not grass-fed, although it, when I looked it up, it said that sometimes it can be grass-fed, but it's not guaranteed to be grass-fed. So some of the cows that maybe their farms use do grass feed their cows, but not all of them. So yeah, this is not grass-fed. However, it does have like a good amount of butter fat, all the things. The one that is grass-fed though, hold on, I still have leftover from last week. President butter is grass-fed. So this one is grass-fed, as well as the Kerrygold. This one's a little bit cheaper than the Kerrygold. However, Kerrygold butter is just delicious. So it might be worth it to you. Who knows, to do the extra splurge. But yeah, so this is what we're having for the week for food. If you have any questions or any comments, go ahead and leave them below and I'll try to answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching.